Okay, welcome back to part 3 of The Longing. We found and are exploring the Hall of Eternity, as the game refers to it. Excuse me. There's been 2 books that we've located thus far, and we're gonna go see exactly how many more of them there are and how far out this Hall of Eternity spans. This seems... It's surreal that this is here because it seems like this would be a significant plot point. Like the contrasting colors and everything, I feel like we should be running into something like very significant. This is like a jarring change, but we're just finding books. And it's kind of eerie. Time is not passing in this area, which is interesting. We'll have to, 8 books at home. Okay. So, unfortunately, I think after this episode, I'm gonna have to pause and upload the stuff because, I have limited storage space, unfortunately, so I've got one 30-minute episode, which is the episode 2, and then this one is going to be I don't know how long, and my storage isn't big enough to contain multiple videos like that, so... What is this? Oh my goodness, it does lead to something. I was going to say, it can't just be a hall of infinite space without stopping. This is gonna be a pain to get back to the other place. I wonder if we can collect this. We can. A carpet. Okay, so this is just giving us stuff to keep at home. This is very eerie. I'm getting vibes from KOTOR. I'm getting KOTOR vibes from the mysterious box that they give you to deliver, where you go and meet the Rakatarian in the Mind Prison. Seems a lot like that because it's like infinite fields of white and pillars. But it feels like there should be something at the end of this. I might be mistaken, but these halls seem quite endless. Yeah, well, I mean, that was what I was thinking. If you would stop walking. That's what I was thinking, but, I wanted to, keep going because it's giving me items. These halls seem quite endless. Okay. Well, we have infinite time to explore them, so... So no time has passed in the real world, is the thing. So I'm guessing this is just an era and a location that's beyond time. So when we enter it and when we leave are the same time. There's like 0 time has passed. So we'll just keep walking back to the entrance. This is gonna take a minute, obviously. And we'll go a little bit to the left and see if there's anything on the left, and then we'll come back. I took that little pop-up, him saying these halls are quite endless, as like a sort of reminder to the player, like poking the player and saying, hey, there's nothing further this way. So that's why I did not continue. I mean, I know I have infinite time, but I don't have infinite time. So I don't want to carry on the episode walking for God knows how long. There has to be some significance to this, though. In the story. There has to be some reason that this is here. Because it's just an empty hall that's beyond time. That doesn't make much sense to me. If this goes on too terribly long, I might speed this up. Just so it's not you guys sitting here watching my little dude bebop it all the way back to the entrance hall. Thank goodness for Wondershare Filmora, right? Okay, so we'll see if we can go past this or not, but the way it's positioned, I don't imagine we can. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna go through the door here. Where was that again? Everything here is looking monotonous. Okay, so we can't go back through there. That, only a fool tries to reach the end of eternity. Okay, so time has begun to pass normally again. Okay, so that was hinting that I am a fool if I try to reach the end of this hall. Because it, goes on ad infinitum, unless, the developers want to be coy and, put something in there of significance at the end of a very long journey. Maybe if I traveled for 400 days through the, Hall of Eternity, it would eventually open out into something significant. Wait. We've already got the Hall of Eternity itself memorized, so I won't worry about that. I don't, unless something changes as time passes, I don't imagine anything significant is gonna come of that room again. Because we got the books and everything, so... This is all very eerie. So this is the cliff face that we were on the other side of. Jump. Oh. Well, that didn't hurt him. That's good. So I wonder if that theory that I had is actually correct, in that you could use the Hall of Time as a way to sleep there, and time would infinitely be paused, so you would lose no time between sleeping, or whenever the game is off. I don't know if the developer of this game watches videos of people playing this game or whatnot, but this has been a very interesting game so far. I've very much enjoyed it. The little I've seen of it. I'm sure there's a lot more, so... Oop, pick up some coal. Okay, I don't know if I've gone this way or not, but, or did I come from this way? We'll see. I don't actually recall. I'll have to... Excuse me. Go up here and see what's this way. I think I have been here. I'm gonna check the other door just to be absolutely certain. Yeah, so we came down here. So we'll go that way just for the hell of it. This, now that I think of it, this is giving me vibes of like... I can't think of what the name was. I can't for the life of me think of what the name was, but it was a dwarf or I'm pretty sure it was a dwarf. And it's not Lord of the Rings. I know it's not Lord of the Rings, but it was like, it was an old cartoon from like the 80s or 90s that was like, it was like Lord of the Rings, in that it had the dwarf, and then it had somebody who, there was like a call to action, and there was a ring that turned somebody invisible, and there were elves and humans and all sorts of different things, and like dragons and whatnot. We'll pick up that coal before we go through this door. I want to see what's on that door. Gosh, we have an abundance of coal. So I think I've been through here before. I don't remember this ruby hall. Another piece of coal. I remember this music. I don't recall this hall though. No, that's disappointing. We'll keep going. Okay, so this is a little bit more familiar. So this is... we need to remember this as well. Okay, so we'll have him walk back home, and we'll try to end the episode when we get there. This has been quite an adventure, but I wanna do some more drawings and see how he likes a fire and having a rug and all that type of stuff. So he's doing his slow travel instead of fast travel. He's doing his slow travel home. I know the upload time on these isn't going to be ideal because it'll be a little past midnight probably sometime whenever I upload this. Like I said, though, I'm not imagining most people are gonna want to watch this just because of how long form it is, and I'm not really doing it for views. I'm just sort of doing it for me to have something to look back on, you know, an experience to see how I've changed over the year or so that it'll take to play this. No, don't awaken the king. Pick up the rock, dummy. Got almost 30 pieces of coal. Okay, so we're home. The instrument has 2 pieces on it. We have a rug. And we're gonna make a drawing here. All 4 parts, so we need 2 more parts. Let's make a drawing while we have the ability. Myself. Oh, so we have a combination of colors now. We can make different things. That's interesting. So you could combine technically all of the colors. Let's make this. I wonder if that used up our red. Make a little drawing of a clown. So in theory, I could have made just red and white, or just black and white, or black and red, and a few different combinations as well. Slowly coming into fruition, this little clown. And after that, we'll make a fire, and that should be a good end for this episode. It's going to be a little bit shorter than the first 2. So. I wonder if it consumes the red and white, or if you're able to keep it, and it saves those colors permanently. Quite the artist. Draws better than I do. So there's our clown. Gotta fill in the last few gaps there. And if we get that mattock as well, we'll be able to expand the width of our cave. There we go. So do we keep the red? We do keep the red. Okay. So in theory, like I said, you could do red and white and red and black and just black and... want to do that one as well because that's kind of pretty. So it's just limit. The only limit is how much paper you have. You keep those colors permanently. It seems anyway. And obviously more complex drawings take more time to accomplish. So in theory you could pause the drawing and then continue drawing it later. So I wonder if I pause this and move, is the drawing imposed on that paper? No, it isn't. So it's just that's your project and you gotta save it and keep going. That's a very pretty drawing. I like that one. So we'll save that one and put it up as well. These have a little bit more color than our first three, so I imagine the drawings with all the colors will be a little bit more interesting to look at. But not everything has to be all rainbows. Red, black, and white. An interesting color combination. So at the very least, we're giving him a creative outlet so he can bide his time a little bit more by doing things that he enjoys. It said we can construct a bed for him as well. This one deserves a special place on my... And so it shall be. Okay, now let's go see if we can start a fire. Make fire. Let's do a regular fire. There we go. The warmth of the fire makes life underground even more pleasant. So we've got more books on our shelf there. So I'm assuming over time the bookshelf will fill here. So that's a little bit nicer. So let's read a book. Thoughts is our diary here. So. The king told me to wait for 400 days, then I should awaken him, and he will end all fear and longing. I wonder what will happen. At least my birthday will be a bit sooner. So, we were born, I'm assuming created by the king, on the 400th day. Or the first day, rather. The king warned me that I should never leave these caves. I wonder what he meant by that. I think he meant that you shouldn't leave these caves. I wish I could dream of another place. I'd like to explore the caves, but I feel the presence of a great darkness lurking somewhere. Where is the darkness? Will I ever overcome it? I could really use a map of the kingdom. Yeah, your thoughts and mine are synonymous in that. The cave is supposedly full of hidden places. I wonder... Well, that one of the hidden places, at least, is the Hall of Time. Don't do that. The Hall of Eternity, sorry. I wonder when I will have discovered every part of the cave. I've seen a lot of places, but not everything. So far, I haven't seen anything. I have seen a little bit, so he's like collectively crossing out as more I see everything. I've seen a lot of places, but not everything. There is a secret library somewhere in the kingdom. I could use some more books, so I'd very much like to find it. I really need to read more. My dream would be to find a book that never ends. Okay, so this is where he wrote this before. Apparently, I read about the halls of eternity, a place where time stands still. I have learned that only a fool tries to reach the end of eternity. Since I have some spare time while I'm waiting, I could try to make use of it. After all, time goes by if you keep your mind occupied. Excuse me. My home is not comfortable enough for this long wait. I wish I had more colors for my art studies. It should be possible to find them. I desperately... Definitely need more pictures on my wall, especially lice pictures. What? That's weird. Okay, Ematic would be very nice. I've already read this. They're crystals in many colors. I could harvest them and decorate my room. A bed would be a nice addition to my furniture. I could build one of it. I don't need to eat. It would be very lonely. It is very lonely down here from time to time. It would be nice to see another pair of eyes. I'd really like to converse with someone, anyone. Sometimes a beautiful melody is playing in my head. I wish I could play my favorite tune on my instrument to ease the pain of solitude. I should make a list of my failings. I really have. I can't think of anything else, so continue waiting in loneliness. Okay, so these are all the books that I've acquired as well. So... good idea to collect my thoughts in a book. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be the end of the episode for here because we're pushing 30 minutes, so that's the end of part 3. And I'll see you guys next time in part 4, depending on how much time passes. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.